another episode of Mr. Badger Talks to Utter Scum. I'm here with a returning guest in the form of Dongleby Flipberry. How are you, mate?
Good, thanks, yeah.
Yeah, you're looking well this time. Your room's slightly more organised than the last time, if I remember rightly.
Yeah, well, I think it looked a bit like a cave last time I was recording with you, to be honest.
It looked like a bloody rape dungeon, if I'm honest with you.
I mean, I didn't say it wasn't, to be fair.
Yeah, you look like you were friends with Prince Andrew.
Colleagues.
Colleagues, yeah. I don't think you class it as work, to be honest. It's more a vocation, isn't it?
It's a calling.
Yeah, that's it. Well, they're calling from the fucking cellar, but no one can hear them.
Hey.
Ah, dear.
Shut up.
You're looking more fashionable. No, you're looking more fashionable today because you got a nice. What's that hat say?
It says Nike.
Nike. What is
Nike.
Nike a brand?
It is, yeah.
Is that like from Top Man and that?
No. Well, I don't think Top Man exists anymore.
Where am I going to get my underpants from?
I don't think. What? Well, where have you been buying your underpants for the last few months?
eBay.
Why?
It's cheap. Second-hand pants, minimal stainage.
Second hand?
Yeah.
Are they branded?
Well, if you mean branded as someone lit a fag on them, yes.
I mean, if they're like Calvin Klein's, then I'd consider it.
Who?
Calvin Klein's?
Oh, no. Well, one of them had got Hovis written on it, so I couldn't work out what had gone on there. Hovis.
Right.
Yeah.
Like the bread.
Best of both, it said. I think that means it absorbs both ends.
I don't think that's what they're meant to be used for.
Yeah, piss pants. Hovis piss pants for adult badgers. So, what have you come today to talk to me about incontinent underwear?
No.
Well, I'm guessing from all the boxes behind you, that might be a little clue. You've come to talk to me about abortions.
Yeah, well, I don't know if you can see how many there are there.
There's a lot of aborted fetuses there.
There is one in every single box, and it's a total surprise which one you're gonna get.
Might have a white one, a brown one, or a Chinese one. You never know. Well, it's going to be Chinese, isn't it?
I don't leave Chinese for anyone else.
There's no sharing Chinese. No.
The Chinese ones went straight away, except for one or two that I left for later and then heated up in the microwave.
I was worried about being too offensive on this one. Oh dear. No, Dan, I can see there's a picture in the background of a shoe. So either that is it's about shoes, or that's a dead person's foot in memoriam. What is going on there?
It is. See, it could be a dead person's foot if you wanted it to be. I mean, it's art, isn't it? So it's
art.
It's for you to look at and go, this is what I think is the art, you know. And I guess it could be a dead person's foot, although, well, I mean, yeah, because it's got a shadow under the shoe, but there's no shadow for the leg or anything. It's like it's just been severed.
That's it. To me, it looks like you're saying that art is a severed foot on an abortion. That'd probably win the Turner Prize, that would, wouldn't it?
As long as that severed foot on that abortion is in a very nice shoe or trainer, then it's absolutely fine by me.
Beautiful. Because what are your qualifications on judging footwear?
Well, I like footwear, and I'm very judgmental.
that is all you need, to be fair. I mean, like we're both comedians, and as far as I can tell, comedy critics have no fucking clue about comedy.
I don't really think you need to be qualified to be a critic of anything. As a matter of fact, I think you need to be somewhat scorned.
Yes.
Yeah, and I am scorned. I can't always get the shoes that I want, so I'll just look at other people and criticise them.
I'm not fat shaming here. This is a genuine comment. You are a big lad, aren't you? As in, you're very tall.
Yeah, well, I go on for a while. Yeah.
Fuck. What size shoe are you?
12.
A size 12. Jesus Christ. That's almost my top limit on girlfriends. But
almost.
Almost.
What does she have to do if she's a 14 or a 16? What's that special quality she has to possess?
Are we talking British 14 or Chinese 14?
Are they bigger? Chinese? If it's a 14 in China, is it bigger?
Chinese are very little.
So, yeah.
It goes the other way, you know.
So if you're a 14 in China and a 14 in the UK, who's bigger?
I don't. Once I've had the Baileys, mate, I have no idea.
I'm just wondering.
Every hole's a goal.
What does like a size 14 or 16 have to do to make you look past the size and go, yeah, I like her?
We're not talking about size. Oh yeah, no size. Yeah, it's I won't shag size 14s. That's what I was saying. So oh dear. Oh, dodge that one. What have you been doing with yourself then during lockdown, including footwear? Because I understand you've been practicing designing footwear.
Yeah, well, I started by playing quite a lot of Jurassic World Evolution, and then I completed it, and then it's quite stressful, by the way. The dinosaurs, they just run riot. And the thing is, they build these islands in the middle of a really tropical area, so you've got fucking tornadoes and typhoons hitting your island. They're breaking down the fences, and then you've got all your raptors running about, eating people.
Yeah, but what's the alternative? Build one in fucking Rill and let the locals scare all the dinosaurs?
I've been to Rill, that would happen. Yeah.
It's horrible, isn't it? I refused to go that once, remember?
I think you'd see people riding around the streets on the back of dinosaurs.
I think you'd see people just eating the fucking dinosaurs. Bit of salad dressing.
So anyway, I started by doing that, and then after that stopped, I went back to work, and then I had heart failure, and then I started while I was back to being locked down again through being off work. I was like a bit bored here, so I started to paint shoes, like customizing them, so like painting them.
Oh, not like painting them like on an easel. Painted an actual shoe.
I would paint on a shoe, and then through doing that, I started designing them. So I'd draw them on an iPad, and then But I should say, by the way, that one isn't mine. I'm not going to shout out the artist, only because I think she's brilliant, and I normally would do. I would hate for her name to be associated with this production, just for her sake.
No, you're not that offensive. Don't worry, it's fine. I'm sure she'd quite like having a man who wants to have sex with children and burn the body in shoe boxes. I'm sure she wouldn't mind being associated with yourself. In fact, while we're on that subject, let's get straight into the new middle section for season 3 of Mr. Badger Talks to Scum, which is Mr. Badger's Corner of Love. So, as regular viewers will be aware, either people send in questions or I just ask the guest a question outright. Today, we've got a lovely question off a gentleman called Terry Bidger.
Terry who?
Terry Bidger. No relation. And
Right, you worked hard on that one, haven't you?
yes. What do you mean? It's a letter. It's been sent in. Stop it.
He's written to you.
Well, he can't write too well, so he sort of scrawled it in his own shit. But it was by my bedside table when I woke up this morning. So, Terry Bidger wants to know, is it okay to stick aborted fetuses in shoeboxes after you've had sex with them? Hello?
The first thing I would say, Terry, is make sure that the box has good quality crepe paper in there. Some shoes come with really shitty crepe paper. And another thing is, it depends on where the boxes come from and what you're doing with the shoes. So for me, I like to order a lot of when I get Adidas trainers in particular, I order them from size. And because I'm a size 12, they can't double box my box when they post it because their outer boxes are too small for the size 12 box.
Yes.
So what happens is, for me, but not for some other people who get double box, which is what you want, they'll just package it in plastic, like a black plastic. And because of that, by the time it gets to me, some of the boxes are a little bit crumpled. Don't be using them, ideally, because, I mean, it's going to get moist. I don't know. Are they dry? Do you dry them out? Do you dry it out first?
You fucking know. I don't know.
Probably best not to. Let me.
I can see you've got one there, and you've even cut a little hole in it, ready to have a go.
I'll find it. Yeah, a little, just in case, a little breathing hole, in case it's, you might be able to go later.
Breathing hole.
Or you could, glory hole.
Yeah, breathing hole, I'd say.
Bleeding. See this one? I'll show you this. This one's not really ideal because I got this online and it didn't come with a lid. You don't want them to breathe that much. Tell you what, probably this is a good one. Terry.
This is riveting podcasting. This is
right. Here we are, Terry. See, this one's a little bit different because you've got a bit that pops up there, and instead of the lid coming off like that, it's like a drawer. So you see that? It's like a drawer.
Oh, like
so
a PlayStation.
So it's like the drawer. It's like the drawer in your own little morgue.
Yes. Yeah.
Little embryo morgue. So.
No, that's lovely. What a lovely way to commemorate your dead, abused baby. So, but anyway.
Not mine.
Not yours. No.
Not ancestral. Fucking hell.
No, that's disgusting.
Disgusting.
Never have sex with your own dead baby. Always use a homeless person's. They'll do anything for a cheeseburger. So anyway, so that was lovely advice. I hope.
Sorry, what can I do for a cheeseburger?
Well, I hope, Terry, if you're watching, I hope that has eased your fears and answered some questions on the subject. But getting back to you and your shoe then, so when did your love of shoes first start? Not your love of what you put in them now.
Around about the same time that I stopped being able to fit into high street clothing.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, if I can't wear trendy clothes, I'll wear trendy shoes.
I see.
Probably when I was about 11 and I hit size 3XL.
Well, surely there's still like trendy clothing for the larger person, thanks to them fucking Americans and all that.
Yeah, but I don't think the Americans are known for being that trendy, are they? No, they just sort of like throw any old shit at you.
Well, I don't know. When you look at like sportswear, and I'm not talking like basketball just because that's tall people, but if you look at like American football, where a lot of the players are just they're big lads. You know, some of them are quite overweight, so a lot of the stuff is designed for them. So do we not have that in the UK?
I don't think we have it as much. Actually, one of my favourite T-shirts is for an American soccer team.
American?
I'm not calling it soccer.
No.
Just making sure.
No.
But that's for an American soccer team, because obviously over there they need to make them bigger, don't they? So yeah, I ordered one from America.
They got them, haven't they? Fucking hell.
Yeah.
I can't work out how they're not beatable in that. You know, the women's team have just been knocked out of the Olympics. Surely they've got some great big fucking behemoth bird who can just sit between the sticks
Put them
and
in goal.
that's it. Just turn it down. Just literally tip a little. What are they called? Them like invalid carriages. Tip that over. Wheel her out in front of the goal. Sorted.
They have to be. Yeah, the thing is, it's difficult because, you know, I think actually you'd need a low centre of gravity, so you'd need really big fat cankles. But you need to be tall enough if they chip it over you. And I think it's rare that you'll find someone with massive fat cankles and being really tall.
You could make somebody really, really fat, like proper feed them up, and then starve them so they got all baggy skin. Then you could just pin the skin to the edge of the goal, just like a giant bat.
They could catch it, like they could sort of pull it out like this, and just catch the ball there in the skin,
and just run to the other end.
It's not handball.
There's nothing that says you can't do a gunt ball. Oh dear. But yeah, so you started falling in love with shoes when you become a larger man, not a boy. You're not a boy, are you?
Not a boy, no, I'm not a boy. Just
man boy.
Yeah, you've asked me that a few times when we've met, actually.
I have. I've got cataracts. I can't see. So
I've had to say every time I'm not, but if we're quick, I will go in there with you.
That's it. Yeah. I sometimes I need help.
And you said no because I'd already told you I wasn't a boy.
No, it's not because you're a boy. It's just because you smell of corpses of children, and it makes me horny. And I can't go into a library with a big erection. Hello. Oh dear.
I'm going to have to become my own boss because there's no way I'll ever get a job after this.
Oh, don't worry. A lot of this is getting beeped out. I would still like a career. So, yeah. Geez, there's things that sometimes I say, and even I think, I can't put that on a podcast. Oh, dear. But, yeah, so you got into shoes. And how long ago was that, would you say?
I've been into them for years. I remember the first time I got excited over a pair of shoes I was about 6 years old, and I was in the Metro Centre in Newcastle.
When you say you got excited over a pair of shoes, does that mean?
Not like that.
All that.
No. But I don't mind admitting though. Sometimes I will see a pair of trainers, you know, on a person, especially like with my girlfriend. I'm like, they can stay on.
Yeah? Well,
yeah, depending on what it is.
She got disgusting feet or something. No, keep them on, love. No, yeah, they're really doing it for me.
Yeah.
Fucking toenails like a breeze block. So,
keep them manky Reeboks on.
Yeah. I didn't know you'd been eating quavers. Fucking hell.
Imagine if someone took their sock off and they because I imagine there's people in the world with no arms who've learned to live by using their feet, yeah?
Yeah.
Imagine if you took someone's sock off and they'd been eating Wotsits with their feet. It just had like Wotsit dust all over their toes.
Even better, imagine if they still had arms. What the fuck? I was having Wotsits, mate. How do you eat them? Not getting my hands dirty. You know. Oh dear.
You could just prop them between your toes as a way to keep them.
Is that like when I was a kid? I used to put hula hoops on my fingers and suck them off. Not the person that gave me the hula hoops. I'd suck the hula hoops off my fingers. But your alternative is to put Wotsits between your toes. Ah, dear. Jesus Christ. Well, somehow we've not really talked about shoes and we're out of time.
Why am I not surprised?
Oh dear. Well, let's try and do a little bit of promo for you. Is there anywhere where people can find your designs and whatnot?
Yeah, it's if you go, well, you can find one design because I've not been very good at my uploading them. They can go on Instagram.
Instagram
To Doctor, all one word. It's 3 words, but it's all one word. Doctor D-O-C-T-O-R.
Doctor D-O-C-T-O-R.
No, so Dr. Creps Customs.
Dr. Crep.
Creps, yeah, C-R-E-P-S.
Dr. C-R-E-P-S Customs,
Yeah.
all one
Yeah,
word.
Creps, like crepes. Like there, your crepes, isn't it?
You what?
Your crepes.
A crepe is like a pancake.
No, that's a crepe.
No, you're thinking of paper.
Well, it's a crepe, isn't it? Don't see another one. There's one there. That's one.
I think you'd probably been better off calling them Dr. Shoes. That might be more descriptive.
Crepes. Good ones there that I'm showing you as well. That's heat. That's what we call heat. You don't have to go on that Dr. Crepe Customs. I'm sure. Actually, not too fussed.
Well, we'll finish off. The last thing you can show us before we go. What's your favourite pair of shoes? I know this might be like asking a musician what the favourite album is. What's your favourite pair?
I'll show you. Right, these ones right here. I'm rolling about all over the place here. I'm not even on a chair. You know that woman from Monsters Inc., that Roz?
Yes.
She's got like the sludge underneath me. This is my favourite pair.
Oh, they got a little bee on the back of them.
Little bee. You see that little bee? And a little bit of honeycomb there.
Is that something to do with Manchester then?
It is, yeah. And 0161 there. Yeah, it's they were for a charity called We Love Manchester. So it was them and Nike and Size, and they collaborated and they made these. And there's only 3,000 pairs in the world.
Yeah, that's very impressive. How much were they then? How much did they set you back?
Well, they sold for £130 in the shops, but I didn't manage to get them while they were in the shop, so I had to buy them second hand. So they were £200.
200 second hand.
Yeah, but they weren't worn; they were dead stock.
To be fair, I can't think of a more fitting tribute to Manchester than somebody fleecing somebody out of 200 quid.
For a charity shoe.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, the proper shoes. These. I'll put a bee on them. 200 quid. Oh dear. Well, it's been lovely chatting to you. What's your name again?
What do you call me? Dungle what?
I don't know. I'm pissed.
Dongle bum snatch.
Dongle bums. Well, I'll call you Dan Baines. That sounds decent, doesn't it? So it's been lovely chatting to you, Dan Baines. I hope you do something with your shoes, or I see you on the comedy circuit soon. Anyway, say goodbye to the boys and girls.
Bye, boys and girls.
Goodbye, everybody. Oh, Jesus.